for you, seriously. Ben Lakoff, going to talk to you about NFTs beyond just art. So this is being streamed, so I know a lot of you probably actually know me, but I'll go ahead and introduce myself as part of the agenda for the live stream. Then I'll go into a little bit of the NFT market update, what's happening, and then talk a little bit more about what's next for NFTs, including financialization of NFTs. And then lastly, a little intro into my project, Charged Particles, and how that fits in. All right, who am I? Ben Lakoff, background, finance, co-founder, business lead at Charged Particles. I'm also an advisor and angel investor in the space since before it was cool, like 2016. Everybody's an angel investor in a bull market, I know. And I'm also a mentor at the Lao, Tachyon, and Kernel. Before we dive into it a little bit, NFTs. Everybody kind of knows what these are, but they are non-fungible tokens, so unique tokens. These offer true, unique digital ownership that's secured by the blockchain. So what this has allowed us to do is take these infinitely replicable items, digital media, and make them provably scarce and give them a home on the blockchain. The NFT market is very hot. These are making headlines every single day. The media narrative right now is that NFTs are the next big thing. In reality, this is in relatively small circles. So there's a lot of press. You see this a lot, but I mean, my grandmother doesn't own NFTs. She still doesn't understand them. My parents don't. Even with me kind of preaching the gospel constantly. So like looking at the number of wallets, just over 3 million. NFT volume is up substantially, the number of different marketplaces and kind of making this user experience a little bit easier. But it is important to remember that this is like still kind of early within the NFT space. And most of this is still focused within art and collectibles. Art, this is the one that's making the headlines, and it's kind of funny seeing the evolution of this presentation that started like at ETHCC in France last year in July, and kind of updating it as I go along. The headlines just get more and more absurd. These are just ones in the last couple weeks, but Snoop Dogg selling $44 million worth of NFTs after the Super Bowl. Premier League NFT deal for their players. Jimmy Fallon and Paris Hilton talking about NFTs, I guess on Saturday Night Live on some talk show. It's prevalent. You're seeing a lot more of it, but it's still very much focused on art and kind of bleeding into some other aspects. Those other aspects include in-game items. So this is a bit dubbed as the next big thing within NFTs. Lots of people are talking about it. You can see by these stats, there's a lot of money within in-game items. So there's a lot of famous gamers that are publicly saying, NFTs are not the way. But there's quite a bit that are lots of money pouring into the space. In-game items for NFTs could be the next kind of big thing. And play to earn right now is a very, very massive trend within the NFT space. It was kind of kicked off with Axie, and more games are integrating this play to earn mechanic within their games. Metaverse. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the Metaverse. Again, looking at the evolution of this thing since July, like Metaverse was just starting to be on the tip of everybody's tongues, and I had to explain it what it is. So I still like Andrew Steinwald's definition, which is it's the digital world in which we live, work, and play. But it's very prevalent. JP Morgan is opening a bank in the Metaverse and guesses that this is a $1 trillion opportunity. You have Disney with high-powered new execs in charge of their Metaverse strategy. And then, of course, Facebook with rebranding, renaming to Meta and making themselves a Metaverse company. Metaverse will be very, very big. NFTs can or cannot be included in this. They could be a walled garden or a more open, free version of the Metaverse. Lots of us here, believers in NFTs, hope for the latter. But there's a lot of money pouring into the space. A lot of very, very smart people that are designing these more walled garden versions of the Metaverse. So to be seen, but that's kind of why we're here and get excited, right? Is building that open version. Another one right now, so kind of building off of the art one, is the idea of NFTs as an access token. So this allows you to access private content on a web page, access a special event in real life. There's the ability for this access token to replace or kind of enhance like traditional login methods. These numbers are huge, so access management, subscription economy, global loyalty programs, these all can be very much impacted by NFTs, and the numbers are all quite large as well. But what's next? So there's obviously a lot of use cases for digital unique tokens, NFTs. I'm going to focus a little bit on the financialization of NFTs, which is kind of the hot topic. So we'll continue, the general theme is we'll continue to see the blurring of NFTs and more of these financial products or DeFi. So what does this look like? NFTs for fractional ownership. So this was pretty hot a couple months ago. It's still going to continue to be hot. The idea of taking an NFT, a non-fungible token, and fractionalizing it, breaking it into fungible tokens. Then these fungible tokens can interact with DeFi in the way that we know already. This fits into the broader theme of digitization. If I have a physical painting, it's very difficult for me to break it up into a ton of pieces and distribute it across the world. But if it's digital, I can do this in a much easier way. Now, there's people in the traditional world, like Masterworks, that have been doing this for a long time. It doesn't have to be an NFT. You can take this piece of art, this investment, break it into shares, and distribute that. It doesn't need a distributed ledger, but you're able to do this in a trustless manner with the primitives that are being developed now. Renting. So when talking about NFTs as art or collectibles and access tokens, it kind of changes the model quite a bit. If I buy $1 million NFT that gets me into this party, but I can rent that from somebody who owns that NFT, they're looking to monetize their NFT. Well, if I have that NFT, now I can go into that party. So it's shaking the model a bit. Obviously, if you think of NFTs as in-game items, the ability to rent a sword for a special battle that I want, or rent a character for a game that I want to play, all of these make sense. But when kind of pairing these together in new, unique ways, it kind of shakes the model that exists right now. So very much looking forward to a lot of these. So renting is something pretty wild, but as the world progresses more towards this open metaverse, everything we interact with is an NFT. The idea of being able to rent it, either monetize that asset that you own or use that NFT in a trustless manner for a short period of time, gets pretty exciting and weird, which is kind of what we look forward to. Okay, so these NFTs have insane value. The idea of being able to use this as collateral and take out a loan in a trustless way. So for the Americans, like a HELOC, home equity line of credit, you take this NFT, throw it in a smart contract, pull a loan against it. There's a lot of value locked up into NFTs. Presumably, if this metaverse thesis plays out, there'll be a lot more value locked into these. Being able to bundle these, take loans against them, unbundle them, rent them out. These are kind of all of the building blocks that we imagine going forward. With PFPs and collectibles, all roads kind of point towards NFTs as an identity layer. So, I have my Bored Ape, that is my identity, this is who I identify with, the other Bored Apes. But the idea of having the NFT itself be a piece of the identity puzzle. So whether that is the housing for decentralized identifiers or a non-transferable NFT, there's a lot of experiments around this, but the idea of having this Web3 identity that's not centralized, that's able to travel with you, and using NFTs as a key aspect in that, that's something that that is moving along quite a bit. So I think NFTs will continue to be more financialized. These NFTs will pose themselves as financial products, as a potential governance layer, and ultimately NFTs will be bundled and unbundled in new, unique ways. So NFTs combined with other fungible tokens, combined with DeFi, this is the world that we imagine with Charged Particles. So what is Charged Particles? This is my company. It's a protocol, NFT protocol, that allows you to take your NFT, give it a smart wallet, and then that smart wallet is able to hold other tokens, whether they be fungible or non-fungible. It is NFT agnostic, so you have your PFP NFT, you have your InGame Item NFT, you have your Identity NFT, you have your Metaverse Land NFT. All of these things can be used. And then we have customizable token mechanics on principal and interest. We have integrations with Aave and Compound to do new and unique ways of interacting with these things within the NFT itself. Our DAPP has been live for over a year now. Actually, our 1-year anniversary was a few days ago. We had a big party. It was great. But would highly encourage you guys, if you're looking to experiment around with the intersection of NFTs and DeFi in this new, unique way, play around, try it out on Polygon. It's next to no gas fees. This is a screenshot of our DAPP. I won't go into too much detail. I'm not actually sure how much time I have. I'm trying to go a little bit fast with a 20-minute presentation. But it's important to note with our DAPP that you can create NFTs, and the NFTs that are utilizing Charged Particles Protocol are still standard non-custodial ERC 721s. We don't have a new standard or anything like that. So they can still be sold on popular OpenSea or marketplaces. They just have this added functionality of being able to hold other programmable assets. This is what it looks like. So an NFT holding fungible or non-fungible tokens. And with Charged Particles, we're very much of the opinion that NFTs are not just art. It's moving towards this layer that is able to combine fungible and non-fungible tokens in this new, unique way. We want to be the building blocks to allow this. For example, something like a gift basket at a conference. You can have an NFT that is beautifully aesthetically pleasing and filled with partner tokens from all the sponsors, or partner NFTs, all containerized within that one NFT. You can have an entire portfolio of DeFi yield-bearing assets, whatever you would like, the entire strategy containerized within one NFT, easily transferred or sold all with one click. The benefits of digitization, you can use this as collateral, take out a loan. Lots of these NFTs as collateral platforms coming online. Really, really excited to see this. You can use Charged Particles to create new index funds in new, unique ways. My lawyer would kill me, but this is the joy of an open protocol. You have an NFT as a basket, throw things inside of it, fractionalize it back out to fungible tokens. These are some of the other things of having this NFT index fund of both fungible and non-fungible tokens broken into fungible tokens. The weirdness of DeFi and NFTs, we love it. Another idea, nested NFTs as access tokens. So the idea of yield-bearing assets deposited into an NFT with the increased yield having more governance voting power or access within that community, encouraging you to stake more assets, earn more interest, and then have more power within that economy in which you play, whether it be a game or within a community having further access, or within a DAO having more governance over that platform. Another one is vesting capsules. So we've had some early wins with this, but the idea of having vested founder or investor tokens containerized within an NFT. So then you can transfer on day one. The investor or team can't pull those tokens out. They're time locked, but you can transfer them, sell them before they vest, use them as collateral, whatever you would like. You have custody of that NFT that has those tokens locked inside of it. We have our own minting station as described, but if you don't want to create your own NFT, I'm not very artistic, so you can use other NFTs. We're going through the whitelisting process of allowing, eventually we want all NFTs to be able to be energized by charged particles, but we're going in a methodical process of allowing different collections to be energized first. So contact us if you'd like to. Always willing to chat there. We are an NFT protocol, so aspire to be NFT agnostic. All NFTs, ERC 721s, can be charged. They can be customized to hold these additional tokens in new, unique ways. So we're free to mint, free to deposit, free to withdraw and charge or configure. And we're really trying to push for the idea of limitless possibilities within NFTs, whether that be whatever type of NFT you would like. This is a little overview of our timeline. We've been around for a long time, launched on mainnet over a year. And actually, I'll just quick through this. This is our team. We're quite strong, quite large at this point, always hiring good developers in the space. I think everybody is, but if you're interested, please reach out, that's for sure. Some of our investors, angel investors. So what's next? Charged particles. We believe that NFTs will start moving more and more towards this financialization of NFTs, this intersection of fungible and non-fungible tokens put together in new, unique ways, and we aim to be the protocol to allow that. That's what I had, guys. I think we have probably a minute or two for questions, if anybody happens to have any questions. I went really fast through all of those to jam it in.
Any questions?